Hi, and welcome to Transversal Tutorials. Today, we're going to be doing a bit of an invoicing overview. So, firstly, what you want to do is go to the Finance tab. Now, within the Finance tab, we have Operational Tasks, where we can go to Customer Invoices. Now, on this page, you'll see a range of settings. We see a list of the current applicable invoices. We also see a column selector on the left-hand side here, where you can add in columns to your filter. We can see a preset filter here, which gives you the ability to set a filter that you can save to click on and use later on, saving you having to put little filters in these columns here. We also have the ability to change the invoices that are currently showing based on the invoice dates. So we can say for the last 7 days, show invoices for the last 30 days, etc., etc. We also have the ability to use these checkboxes on the left-hand side. So for example, if I go to select all, I can then delete all selected invoices as long as all those invoices are open. Now let's take a look at an actual invoice. For example, we have this one here. Now this one is currently approved and locked. So if I simply just go and unapprove this, we'll see what the invoice looks like in its original state. Now you can see we have a approve and draft button there and an approve and lock button there in the invoice information screen. We can also see which customer applies to this invoice, as well as the invoice number, invoice date, and due date. You also will be able to see this open and close button here. As you can see, if I open the invoice, those two approve and lock buttons disappear. We also have an additional info page, which will show the invoice type, any additional invoice charges, the consignments applicable, the items on the consignments in total, as well as weight and cubic. We then see the pricing summary on the right-hand side as well, which shows the totals for base, additional service, levies, charges, tax, and grand totals. We can then see on the right-hand side here that we have the connote information. Now the connote information will change dependent on the connote that you select. And we can also go into these connotes, and as you'll see, we have the Finance tab here. You'll be able to see that the pricing information is over here on the right-hand side, and below this pricing information, you'll also be able to see which invoice that this price actually applies to. There is a blue hyperlink here, and this hyperlink will actually take you back to the invoice, which can be seen on any consignment which is currently applicable to an invoice. We can also see underneath invoice actions here that you can apply the price to a different invoice, a fresh invoice, or you can remove it from the current invoice if that is what you wish to do. Going back to the invoice, we can see that there is an additional tab here as well. It will show any user comments, any export events. It allows you to bulk reprice the consignments or validate the invoice by double checking all the prices through system events. And within the system events, you can see here that the invoice was unapproved by myself, and that is what the grand total was. Now, to lock and approve an invoice, simply go to close, you can approve a draft or approve and lock. You get the message to confirm that you would like to approve and lock it. Say yes, I want to. This will then lock and approve, and it will trigger any EDIs if that is how they are set up. And we can also select to print off the invoice via this print button here. We can select which report we would like to use, as well as how we would like to view it. So we can show it in our browser, we can download it, or we can email it to who we would like to email it to. That is just a basic invoicing overview. Thank you for watching.